Now, how do you perform tuple assignment? If you have to assign something, how is tuple useful? Now, if you can see over here, I've created something called as M. M is having the elements have and fun within square brackets, which means that M is a list. Now, this M, I'm trying to get the value of have in one variable and fun in another variable. So how do I do it? Either I can say m of 0 is equal to x is equal to m of 0, y is equal to m of 1. So I'm accessing individual elements of the list by using the index and then assigning it to another variable. Or another way of doing it is you can just say x comma y is equal to m. So what am I doing over here? I'm trying to assign m, which is having two elements, to a tuple, which also consists of two elements. The condition here is the left-hand side tuple should contain same elements as the right-hand side list, as the elements in the right-hand side list. So M has two elements, and this tuple also has two elements. Now, if you print x, x will have the first element of the list, which is have. If you print y, y will have the second element, which is fun. So both the methods are the same. Either you can use the index and assign to separate variables, or you can assign M directly to another collection. This is nothing but tuple. Now, how do you use this? Say, for example, you want to swap two variables. So I have two variables A and B, which consists of values 10 and 20, and I want to swap it. If you had to swap this in other programming languages, you would create a temporary variable, or you would use addition and subtraction, and then you will swap it. So an easiest way of swapping here is you have used this is a simple application of tuples in Python. So all that you're doing here is you are assigning b comma a to a comma b. So what happens here? You're assigning one tuple to another tuple. So if you remember, in the previous case, one collection assigning it to another collection. So first element of the first collection will be assigned to the first element of the second collection. Second element of the second collection will be assigned to the second element of the first collection, and so on. The same concept holds over here. When I'm assigning this, B is assigned to A and A is assigned to B. Which means that A's new value will now be 20 and B's new value will now be 10. So that is a simple application of tuples. Now, similarly, if you want to split an email address, so the email address consists of both a username and a domain. So username here is Monty and the domain here is python.org. I want to split it and I want to assign it. So we know that for splitting a string, you've got a function called as split. So I just say the string name, which is addr dot split. Based on what am I trying to split it? Based on this @ symbol. So I just say addr dot split function, split it based on this @ symbol. Now this would create a list of elements separated by this @ symbol. So it has two elements, Monty. Another element is python.org. Now, these two elements has to be assigned to a tuple, which also consists of two elements. So I have mentioned uname comma domain. The first element, which is nothing but Monty, will be assigned to uname. The second element called as python.org will be assigned to domain. That is another application of your tuples. Now, let us see how do we use dictionaries and tuples. Now, in the previous session, we had discussed about dictionaries. So we know that dictionaries are a collection of key and values. So it is a collection of elements consisting of key and values. So over here, I have a dictionary called as D, which consists of 3 elements. Each element has a key. So the key over here is A and the value assigned to it is 10. So we have discussed this already. Now, this dictionary has got a method called as items. So what does items return? Items will return a tuple consists of key and value. So now what over here, I'm saying T is equal to list of D dot items. If I print D is return, T is nothing but it's a list of what? List of tuples. So D dot items will return tuples. So the tuple consists of key and a value. So B is the key, 1 is the value, A is the key, 10 is the value, C is the key, 22 is the value. Now, if you remember the concept of dictionary, this key order will never be the same. Every time you try to print the dictionary, the order always keeps changing. It's never fixed. So even though I had mentioned the first key as A, the second key as B, the third key as C, the order while printing is different. So that's always random. Now, what if I want to sort it? Can I say d dot sort? No. Dictionary does not have a sort function. So if I want to sort a dictionary, you have to use a list. So I'm creating a list called as L. It's an empty list. Now, add the elements of a dictionary to the list. Now, how do I add the elements to the dictionary? We know that we can fetch the elements of a dictionary by saying d dot items. So d dot items will give me two things. It gives me the key first and then the value. So you have to say for key comma val in d dot items, because d dot items returns two things. Now, from this, you get the key and the value. Add the key and the value to the list now. Now, since you want to sort it, assume that I want to sort it based on these numbers. I do not want to sort this based on the key. So what do? While adding it to the list, and I say L dot append, I add the value first, and then I add the key. The reason is I want to sort the list based on this value. So whatever parameter I want to sort the list, whatever parameter based on which I want to sort the list, that parameter should come first. So I want to sort it based on the value should come first. Now I try to print the list is something like this. Now sort it. Say I want to sort it in descending order of these values. So I can say L dot sort reverse is equal to true. So if you print L, now you get a list of all these tuples sorted in descending order based on the values. So what are we saying? We know how to create a dictionary. If we have a method called as items, which will return a tuple consisting of a key and a value. If you want to sort it, I have to use a list. Add the elements of this dictionary to a list. While adding it, make sure you keep the first parameter based on the condition on which you want to sort the list. And then I sort it by using list.sort. Either you can sort it in ascending order or descending order. Now, a simple example, now using tuples, wherein I want to get the most common word. Say I have a file called as romeo.txt, and I want to fetch the most common words in the file. Say I want to get the first 10 commonly used words in the file. So in this file, if hello, how are you, hope you are fine is the text given to me. Which are the most common words over here? Hello is used only once. How is used only once. R is used twice. U is used twice, and so on. So whichever is the top 10 most commonly words used, that you want to fetch and you want to print it. Now for this, we can use tuples. How do you use a tuple? Now we know all this. You can open the file. We have seen this. How do you open a file? I am creating an empty dictionary called as counts. Now, before fetching the contents of the file, while fetching the contents, so I'm fetching the contents, I'm saying that for line in the file handle. Now, each line may contain punctuation mark, it may contain question marks, it may contain comma, it may contain exclamation. I don't want to consider all those while considering the count of common words. Because if I consider this question mark over here, U comma question mark is treated as different word compared to this U. I don't want that to happen. I want to consider both the U's as same word. So you have to ensure that all the punctuation marks are not considered. You have to remove the punctuation mark. So how do I do it? And moreover, if there is capital letter, you have to consider capital H and small h as same. So how do I do that? Now for each line, you're saying line is equal to line dot translate. So what is the purpose of doing this? You have to remove all the punctuation marks. So I can get all the punctuation mark by saying string dot punctuation. And I can pass it to a function called as maketrans. So to this maketrans, I'm passing the 3 parameters: an empty space, again an empty space, and a third parameter is string dot punctuation. So which would remove all the punctuation marks from the given line. Now what am I doing? The next step, I'm converting everything to lowercase. So if there is capital hello with capital H and another hello with small h, both will be treated the same. So everything is converted to lowercase. The next thing is, I want to convert the entire line into a list of words. So how do I do it? I say line dot split and I get the list of all the words. Now for each of the word, now add each of the word to the dictionary which you have already created. Now, what is the purpose of this dictionary? The dictionary should look something like this. So where the key is nothing but the words and the value is nothing but the count, the frequency with which it is occurring. So hello is occurring once, how is occurring once, R is occurring twice, U is occurring twice, and so on. So I want to get this. I want to create this. Now for creating this, you have this for loop. So for each word in the list of words, if the word was not in counts already, if I have not considered that word already in this dictionary, then add the, I can say counts of word is equal to 1, which means that the word is occurring for the first time. So initially hello is occurring for the first time, I make the count of it as 1. How is occurring for the first time, I make the count of it as 1. R is occurring, I'm seeing R for the first time, I'm making the count of it as 1. And so on. Now, if it has already been considered, say for example, when I come till here, I have already seen R once, U once. Once I reach over here, this word called as U is occurring the second time. So if it is occurring the second time, what do? I increase the count by 1 more. So else, if the word is already considered, I just increase the count. So I say plus equal to 1. So for each word, I have the frequency with which it is occurring as the values. So once you have this dictionary, now based on this, now count which is the most commonly used word. How do I do it? I cannot sort it. I cannot sort a dictionary directly. You cannot say count dot sort. That's not possible. You have to create a list for that. So how do I create a list? I create an empty list called as LST. I add the elements of this counts, so I can say counts dot items. I add both the key and the value to the list called as LST. So I can say LST dot append. Now, while adding, make sure that you add the value first and then add the key, because you want to sort it based on what? Based on this value. So whichever is most frequently occurring, whichever has the largest count should come first, and whichever has least count should come next. So how do I do it? First, I have to create a list by saying lst.append the value first and then the key, and then you can sort it. Since you want the most commonly used word, you can say reverse is equal to true. Now you have a list containing all the words along with the frequency with which it is occurring, and the most commonly used words will be at the beginning. Now assume that you want the hold on. Now assume that you want the top 10, the most 10 frequently used words. How do I do it? I can just say, I can create a for loop. I can say from the list, get the first 10 words. So I am just using slicing over here from the beginning till the 10th word. And I can get the key and the value and print it. Now I've already executed this program. So to see how the output would look. So this was my file called as romeofull.txt. And if I execute this program, so I've already typed the program. So if I execute this, I'm trying to open the file called as romeo.txt, converting the line, creating a dictionary, and then sorting it. If I execute this, you'll be able to see it. So what does it give? From the file, I can see that the is most frequently occurring. It's occurring 3 times, and is occurring 3 times, and which is occurring very rarely, it is the word called as through. So they're sorting the words in descending orders of their frequencies. Thank you.